What it dooski YouTube, it's your boy Mind of Malcolm checking back in on another cold fall day, and according to my calculations it's exactly brick degrees outside right now. But honestly, I hope in your city it's a lot more temperate than in mine because it's gonna snow any day. But with that being said, there is always a silver lining because, as majority of us can agree, fall is the best season when it comes to styling. So with that in mind, today I'm going to quickly go over 5 essential pieces which I think will definitely elevate your fall wardrobe. But before all that, as per usual, make sure to like the video if you enjoy the content, subscribe if you're new, and welcome to the channel. And most importantly, make sure to follow the kid on Instagram to catch me in between videos. For everyone who already follows me, appreciate you as per usual, and for those who don't, hey, just ask about me. Just ask about me. Nevertheless, I'm going to leave links in the description of this video to everything I'm talking about today. So let's get into it. Fall styling can be tricky sometimes just because of how transitional the weather is. In the daytime, it can be super reminiscent of summer, but at nighttime, it can get drastically cold and windy. So with that being said, the first thing I'd recommend is definitely a solid rotation of fleece outerwear. For me, fleeces have definitely been a proprietary part of staying warm and being able to still get fits off, just because you can zip them on, zip them off, wear a clean white tee underneath, and you're good to go. Color wise, you really can't go wrong if you stick to the earth tones that are synonymous with fall, but I would say honestly, if you can afford to get two, stick to one that's more monochromatic or even in an earth tone color. And for the second one, just go crazy with it. Get an OG pattern, get something that's very vintage, or even like an off color like a purple or an orange or something along those lines, to really just kind of give that nice contrast between the two. Brand recommendations, definitely Uniqlo for affordability. For the vintage pieces, check out North Face or Patagonia. And for the higher end alternatives, if you want to go the route I did, check out a brand called Capital. The damask fleece is definitely one of my favorite pieces in my wardrobe right now, so I would definitely recommend it to you too. The second essential I'd recommend is actually something I made a video about around this time last year, which is pretty popular: corduroy pants. And I know what you're thinking. Corduroy pants are not just for grandparents. You can wear them in 2021 and still get those fits off. I like them specifically for two reasons. First and foremost, it's a different texture to an outfit, actually adding to the depth of what you have going on. And the corduroy ridges, or I believe they're called wales, actually add another element to a basic outfit. And the second thing, and more importantly, given the weather, they're usually heavier weight. So when fall comes and winter comes, windy weather comes and cold weather comes, and jeans and things of that nature tend to retain cold a lot more than corduroy pants. So definitely big advocate of those because they're sick. If you're looking for something more versatile, feel free to stick with the usual beige, but if you're looking to turn a couple more heads or maybe venture outside your comfort zone, look at like a navy. It's a great alternative to black, or even a maroon or wine colorway. Definitely something more dynamic, given that a lot of the fall clothes and winter clothes tend to be darker, and I have all three of those colors, to be honest, and I'm super glad I do. The next essential may seem like it's coming out of left field, but given how many sneakers I have behind me, I think it was only a matter of time. I'm talking about boots. I'll talk about combat boots specifically because that's what I picked up recently, and I think they've been super versatile when it comes to my fall wardrobe. A lot of the time it's wet and mucky outside, so you don't want to ruin your most pristine shoes. I used to be just really taking my Jordan 1s and using them as beaters, but now I have an alternative so I can kind of prolong some of the shoes instead of wearing them out in the rain and still get those fits off. Recently, I picked up a pair of Doc Martens in the 14-16 mono silhouette in an all black colorway, and I will say they've been super versatile. What I did, anytime I wanted to wear an all black sneaker, I just really subbed in the boot instead. But I'm no boot aficionado just yet, so with that in mind, please leave any boot recommendations you have in the comment section below, because I'd love to see other options and give some recommendations too. What I would suggest is that anytime you're planning to use a all black sneaker or a chunkier sneaker, try to incorporate a boot instead, specifically in the fall or winter time, and you'd be surprised with the result. A good kind of one-to-one comparison would be an Air Jordan High versus a Doc Marten, in the sense that I'm tucking my pants over the shoe to reveal just the bottom of the actual silhouette, ultimately having the same effect regardless or not if it's a shoe or a boot. Brands wise, there is a bunch of companies that produce boots, but I would suggest looking at like a Doc Marten, looking at Red Wing, looking at Danner, who also make good hiking boots, and on the designer side, Rick Owens or even Saint Laurent. Honestly, there's many different brands making boots, but I would suggest taking a look into one of those brands and you will not be disappointed. The only main difference I will say, and I've noticed so far, is in terms of wearability and comfort. Most sneakers that I have, there's no real break-in period. You put them on your foot, they have a nice cushy insole or air in the actual outsole, and they're good to go. These boots were terrible on my feet, but since they're all genuine leather, it really takes some time to actually wear in to mold to your foot. So keep that in mind when buying boots. But other than that, you should be good. Oh yeah, and make sure to size half a size down unless you're wearing thick socks. At least that was my experience, and I have a relatively normal foot. So if you have a wide foot, stick to the size. For the fourth essential, if you've been following me on Instagram, you'd see I've been rocking these for years, Varsity Jackets. I like Varsity Jackets just because they really give that kind of collegiate look, because they're super versatile when it comes to transitional weather, as I was talking about earlier in this video. And secondly, most of the time, if you were to find something at the thrift or you were to pick up a vintage one online, it's going to be a one of one, which has its own story and is going to mold to your body, which makes it ultimately super, super sick. Recommendation wise, I would say your favorite brands have probably produced a Varsity Jacket, but I'm a big advocate of actually checking the thrift or vintage resellers just so you can find something that's unique to you and really draws your attention. And if you're looking to get like a Grail Varsity Jacket, one of the ones that I have my eye on is actually the Saint Laurent Teddy Jacket. Very expensive, I know, but like lifetime wise, when you have a nice jacket in your collection, you're keeping that for a while. But when it comes to Varsity Jackets, something to keep in mind, you can go either one or two ways about it. You can go super, super patch heavy when it comes to the collegiate Varsity Jackets that have a lot of the school related stuff, or you can just go super plain, one colorway, just the stripes around the sleeve, and that's it. But just keep in mind that since it is fall time and it's going to be heavier in your rotation, you want something that's versatile and that won't get played out. Think about those things, and when you're looking for patterns and things of that nature, make sure it's not something that you can only wear once and for a picture and then just kind of store away. Get the colors that you know you'd like and gravitate towards and go with the rest of your wardrobe. And last but not least, the fifth essential, which may seem kind of weird given the time of year, sunglasses. And for me, their function is kind of twofold. First and foremost, obviously stylistically, when you add sunglasses to any outfit, you automatically look at least 10% cooler, in my opinion. And secondly, terrain or weather factors. I don't know about you guys, but man, the wind is making me cry every time I walk outside. Like, I don't know what it is, but since getting LASIK, my eyes have been hypersensitive to wind. So when it's blowing outside and it's actually like touching my eyeballs, I'm tearing up, looking like I just got broken up with or something. But sunglasses protect you from the elements, as well as any dust or any particles coming towards your eye. Recommendation wise, I opt to go for more square frames, given that my head's more ovicular or triangular. You have to find sunglasses that complement your head shape, so it's usually just a contrast of whatever shape you have. So triangular faces, you want to have something probably more soft, and if your face is more round, you probably want a bigger contrast in that sense, similar to me. I got some from Retro Super Future in the American silhouette, in black and in tortoiseshell, and I think that both of these options are solid and super, super wearable on a daily basis. And that was about it in terms of those 5 essentials. Hopefully today's video was as inspirational as it was informative to really elevate your style to the next level. But let me know in the comment section below, as per usual, if there's anything you came across today that you're going to be picking up in the near future, or more importantly, what style essentials do you have when it comes to the fall that are must-have items for you to wear today? I appreciate the constant support, and thanks for tapping in for today's video. Make sure to like and sub if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next one. Deuces!